Ikin mitzvahs Havdala b'layla. The main mitzvah Havdala is to do it at night. Shachach or hazed. Someone forgot.
Or
Deliberately. Havdil. Leil mitzvah Shabbos did not make Havdala mitzvah Shabbos. Yavdil v'lamacher b'yoyim should make by day Sunday. V'asalei oz lite me'umah. And it's also for him to taste anything chutz v'mayim besides for water. Ad sheyal until he makes Havdala.
That means all the way to Sunday morning.
Yeah. K'moisha also b'layla, just like at night it's also. Shachach ehizid. Someone forgot it deliberately v'achal koydem Havdala, ate before Havdala. So from hafs miyad he has to right away stop. Or lahavdil, and he has to make Havdala immediately before continuing the meal. K'moi im hiskalecha b'layla. Just as if he started to eat at night, the same day. What happens if the next day? Don't eat on Monday till you made Havdala. Go to make Havdala, then eat.
How could you forget when you're hungry?
Till the ending of Tuesday. If you missed out making Havdala
3 days
till Tuesday night, it's finished. The 3 days after the week, after Shabbos, are called the days after Shabbos. On a certain perspective, till Tuesday evening, it's all considered after Shabbos, Moitzoi Shabbos. The last 3 days of the week, they're called the 3 days before Shabbos. They don't have any connection to the past Shabbos. By the way, this thing is al pi nigla. There's a carbon nesanel, the rush, pirush and the rush from nesanel vial. So the carbon nesanel writes that this union is explained that on Shabbos everyone gets a neshama yisera, extra neshama. Neshama yisera has 3 parts to it. There's nefesh, ruach, and neshama. On Matzah Shabbos and Sunday, right away after Shabbos on the first day, the neshama aspect, the highest aspect of the neshama yisera leaves you, but you still have a connection to Shabbos. And Monday, the ruach aspect leaves, and finally the lowest level of the neshama yisera, the level of nefesh, leaves on Tuesday. So the neshama yisera's final leaving totally is on Tuesday when it gets shkia. Now, when does the neshama yisera start to come in? Wednesday starts to come in the neshama yisera, the nefesh, the lowest level. You go higher on Thursday, getting closer, comes in ruach, and on Friday, you're ready right over Shabbos, comes in neshama. Now your neshama yisera is complete, and you're ready to enter Shabbos. This is the inyan of the 3. This is Api Kabbalah explaining the concept of the 3 days before, 3 days after. So the mice till Tuesday. So someone didn't make Havdala last night. So they'll make Havdala tonight, tomorrow. As soon as he remembers, he can't continue eating. He has to right away make Havdala first.
Water you could drink.
Water you could drink. Yeah. Besides for water.
But we don't do it.
And possibly things that are water based also. Things that are water based, like a soda. Soda. No, like a drink.
You mean drink that's like water.
Seltzer, soda.
That's with sugar though.
So I mean, if somebody
there's more sugar than water.
If somebody did not make last night, he will fast another day.
Huh?
You get punished to fast another day.
Make Havdala as soon as you make Havdala, you could eat.
Could be used to Havdala in the shul.
Wine.
That's good. That's good enough.
We did them, sure.
It doesn't have to be Makam Suda. You hear Havdala in shul. Sure. Many people hear Havdala in shul last night. I'm sure they make Havdala here last night.
Right away, after my...
Yeah, I can see
Havdala? No? Not Havdala?
Take a lot of this.
Now, what is the Seder Havdala when you're making Havdala the next day? Sometimes you can ask, someone doesn't feel well Motzei Shabbos. He doesn't feel well, he goes to bed and he's not, he can't make Havdala. Can't drink any wine or grape juice, he doesn't feel well. So he makes the next day. What's the Seder Havdala? Siftes. Kishamav will be in Mirisha in Mishamelech when he makes Havdala on Sunday from then and on. La Yivarech el Birchis Beiri Pei Agafen and Birchis Havdala. Avalo Yivarech al Or, they'll make a bracha on the fire. Shevarech al Ola Milel Mitzvah Shabbos, because that is Shehut Chilas B'Riyasi, the Adam Rishon. That's when Adam Rishon first discovered fire. V'chein al Psamim Leitzrichu Levarech Abalem Mitzvah Shabbos.
That's why I said Ha'esh.
Some include 6 Mishnah
That's
Shabbos.
why I said Ha'esh before right?
What?
That's why I said Ha'esh before
8.
No, the fire, the Aish, we did
Yeah.
before Shabbos.
Yeah.
Only actually.
That's it. Yeah.
Shusamach Itiza Shabbos, because it's close to V'chein al Psamim Mitzvah Levarech Abalem Mitzvah Shabbos. Shabbos. Also Psamim. Chazal only obligate us when the Neshama Yisera originally leaves. Right after Shabbos, the next day already, it's too late. Tavachach ein lam in the kois Havdala. Well, lefichach also lahafsik b'chasim b'birchtei anashtas. You're not allowed to make a hefsik, even if someone wants to be machmir and wants to do it. You're making a hefsik. You're saying Bayer Priagafen, then you're going to make a bracha by Meish, which it's not for now. Making Bayer Samim, which you could always make a Bayer Samim if you smell something, but you're making a hefsik between the Bayer Priagafen and the Birchas Havdala because they don't belong here. You're not supposed to do it anymore. If it's a time when Chazal told you to do it, good. Not.
My kids make Havdala Sunday morning because I put them to sleep early, especially in the summer, so they just make a
Yeah. And Havdala. Birchas Havdala. Ma'avdala Kodesh, yeah.
No Aish and no Psalm. That's what you said in the camp in Russia, right? Shabbos come out like 1 o'clock at night.
In Moscow, yes.
Sure, late.
Some places even 2 a.m.
Saint
3 a.m.
Petersburg.
Yeah, Petersburg.
Very high up.
So they put it to sleep in the morning.
I fasted Tisha B'Av in Moscow. It was devastating. It ended 12:30, I think, something like that. Years ago. Huh?
In
Even
Moscow.
after?
No,
No, in Moscow. In Petersburg, it's impossible.
Even
Tisha
worse.
B'Av.
Worse,
2 a.m.
further
2
north.
a.m. How are you going to fast?
Yeah. So the Maisa, what happens if someone's fasting? Someone is a tinus. Sifio Misha Masana Gimi Yamagil Leilis, he took upon to the fast 3 days and 3 nights. Milel might say Shabbos Veilech. So what should he do? Yishma Avdal Machemke, hear Avdal from someone else. Im ein achenem etzlo yochel havdol b'Shabbos m'plaga mincha ve'ela b'leiv someone never lishas me'akois. If you don't have other people by you, you're all by yourself for the next 3 days. So allow you to make Havdala early on Shabbos itself. Make Havdala on Shabbos from Plaga Mincha on. Make Havdala. And afterwards, Mekabal times of then accept the tinus of the upcoming day. Sunday, let's say Shabbos, Sunday on yourself. And Malayla at night, Yivarach al Nerab Samin, Belay Kois, make a bracha on Nerab Samin out of Kois. Yochel Spal Arvis Gam Kimoid Yoim, according to Yal, you're allowed to make Daven Meir as well.
Beforehand.
Before Havdala, Uvad Shika Kiyashman is man, as long as you read Kiyashman at its proper time at night, when it says Kichavim. Amamisha Misana Bezi Amavad, someone's only fasting 2 days. Well, Yavdo B'Shabbos V'Void Yoim. You should not do this and make Havdalah on Shabbos during the day, which we spoke once is a Dover Tamua, it's a strange thing, and therefore you shouldn't do it. Kalamitzoy and Beis, do it Monday night. Since your fast is only 2 days, Sunday, Monday, so Monday night make Havdalah. You have one more day, Tuesday. Monday night, Tuesday you can make Havdalah. So better to wait and push it off till Tuesday than to do it early on Shabbos and Plaga Mincha, which is a strange thing. Sifir Aleph. Umishim Besana Beis Yom Leis Lefein Rosh Hashanah. B'chal Rosh Hashanah B'Yom Gimel. Someone who's fasting
2 days before Rosh Hashanah.
2 days before, basically Shabbos, Rosh Hashanah is on a Tuesday. Loi Adu Rosh. Loi Adu Rosh, Rosh Hashanah, Rosh, cannot fall out in Adu. Aleph, Dal, Vav. Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, Rosh Hashanah cannot fall out. Thursday, Rosh Hashanah. Tuesday can fall out. So what happens if Rosh Hashanah is on a Tuesday, and you're fasting Sunday and Monday, you took upon yourself a ton this Sunday, Monday. So on one hand, I can wait till Monday night and do Kiddush, but do Havdala, but I'm going to have to do Havdala together with Kiddush, because it's Monday night, and it's making Kiddush for the night of Rosh Hashanah. So he said, don't do that. Lo yamtim ela Havdol ad meitzoyim shehu leil Rosh Hashanah. If you yitzarech loimer yayin Kiddush Havdola's man, you're going to have to say the Seder of Yayin Kiddush Havdola's man al koisech or lepasech and meish tzarich beyond the Shcham Mitzvah Shabbos. What do we do usually when a Yom Tov falls on a Mitzvah Shabbos? We do Yak Nahaz. Yayin, first Yak Nahaz stands for the Shetevus, Yud Kuf Nun Hey Zayin. Yayin the Beir Pei Gofen. Kuf is the Kiddush. Hey, then you say the Havdalah and Zman is the Shechiyam. Now, over here, you're going to have to say Havdalah with the Kiddush, because you can't make a second kois. V'yesh b'zeh Isser. There's an Isser to do that. Shem she'ein oimer beis Kiddush la kois echon. She'kiddush Yom Tov v'kiddush v'fnei atzma. Ve'ein la inyan la Havdalas meitzoi Shabbos shel choil. There's no connection between Havdalah of meitzoi Shabbos that's going into weekday and the Kiddush of Rosh Hashanah. The Mela Meitzoi Shab a Yom Tif, which it falls on the Meitzoi Shabbos, is a connection. Mashayin Kim Yom Tif Shachal Meitzoi Shabbos Shemaskirin Kedushas Yom Tif Gam Havdala Shemavdilin Bekedush LaKodesh. When you make Havdala, you mention Kedushas Yom Tif. Say being Kodesh LaKodesh, between the Kedusha of Shabbos and the Kedusha of Yom Tif. Hari HaKiddush Havdala Kinachah. The Kiddush and Havdala are like one concept, one idea. But this situation where the Havdalah is a Havdalah from 2 days ago. The Havdalah is a Havdalah from 2 days ago from Mitzvah Shabbos to Choil. So now you're going to be saying I'm out of being Kodesh l'Choil, not being Kodesh l'Kodesh, because it's not a Havdalah between Shabbos and Rosh Hashanah, because you're going from Choil in between. But Kanj the Havdalah Mitzvah Shabbos she being Kodesh l'Choil ein lo in klal the Kiddush Yom Tif. The din is you're not ain't oisim mitzvahs chavilas. You're not allowed to bunch up mitzvahs together. It seems like you're trying to get rid of them all on one shot. It's not. It doesn't show covet for the mitzvah. So, Memele when by Yak Nahaz, when it's Yom Tov Shechalas Mitzvah Shabbos, so we say it's not that we're doing Kiddush and Havdalah two separate things. The Havdalah mentions also the Kedusha of Yom Tov. Brings out the Maila of Yom Tif. So they're like one Inyan, the Kiddush Havdalah. They're Ke'ein Inyan Echad. Masha'inkin, this Havdalah, this Kiddush Havdalah Matzah Shabbos, and this Kiddush of Rosh Hashanah, no connection. So you're trying to do two in one. That you can. So what happens if this did happen to you, B'diavad? You didn't know, and you didn't know. So you didn't make Kiddush. You did not make Havdalah on Shabbos before Plag HaMincha. You didn't know. After Plag HaMincha. V'im'ira shehimtim il Havdalah Mitzvah Rosh Hashanah. Yishma Kiddush ma'acherim. Shemay Kiddush from others. Hear Kiddush from others. Well, the yitim prus ha'moitzi. You should not taste from the ha'moitzi at sheyadol ala kois till he makes Havdalah in another kois. You should drink. Now you're not going to be able to drink anything before Havdalah.
What is this, Motzi Shabbos talking about?
No, what happens if he did not follow...
And it's Rosh Hashanah now.
And now it's Rosh Hashanah. What should he do? He didn't make Havdalah yet. He needs to make Havdalah. He cannot even eat the meal and not even drink from the Kiddush till he makes Havdalah. Because the Isser Te'ima. So what should he do now? He's stuck now.
So who's going to...
Hear Kiddush from others, he says. Hear Kiddush from someone else.
But that's not
But
Havdalah.
now, don't go now and make Hamoitzi, because you're not allowed to eat Hamoitzi.
And can you make Havdalah?
So make Havdalah on the kois right now, right after you heard Kiddush. So it's a Kiddush. And now make Havdalah after Kiddush. And now you could drink. Until now you couldn't drink, because you're not allowed to drink before Havdalah, so you couldn't drink the kois from Kiddush. And you heard from other people, you're not allowed to be toyim, taste from that.
Because you didn't say Havdalah yet.
Say Havdalah. She'asa litim kum koidim Havdalah. V'ach yivarach ha'meitzi v'yoichel miyad right away. Don't make a separation, because you have Kiddush and Makom Sunnah. You have to have a Kiddush in the place of Sunnah. You made a hefsek here, you made Havdalah in between. Kiddush, Havdalah. So right after Havdalah, right away make sure you sit down and go wash your hands and have the Af im acherim kidshu ala pas, mitziu isei chavas abrichsa meitzi. What happens if you're in a place where there's no wine? And the person that you're hearing from made Kiddush on pas, on bread. And they were mitzi him. After Birchas HaMitzi. After became sort of Gam came Levarach HaMitzi La'atzmei. You need to make your own Hamoitzi. Even though when they made Hamoitzi, you had a mind that you could be Yoitza.
Not only he heard Kiddush from somebody else, he made Havdalah, and then he's going ahead and make a white by himself.
Because that Hamoitzi...
So he heard the Kiddush
From somebody else,
and he's Yoitza.
right? He made Havdalah by himself, and then
He's Yoitza, and in Inyan, if he would have been eating right away, he could also be Yoitza the Hamoitzi.
Yeah, because you heard him.
You heard the Hamoitzi.
Yeah, but that Hamoitzi doesn't go for Yom Tov. It goes for the Havdalah.
For Kiddush.
Kiddush.
Oh, for Kiddush, yeah,
He
that's
made
right.
Kiddush, he heard.
He heard Kiddush.
They,
He heard Kiddush.
They do Kiddush and Suda together when you make Kiddush. When you
so
make
why does
Kiddush
it
and
need?
Bas.
Why does it need another Mitzi afterwards?
He can't
make
he
Havdalah.
can't
He can
taste.
make
He's not
Havdalah.
allowed to eat anything until they made Havdalah. So here the Kiddush and the Pas. Now you go make Havdalah.
It's a separate.
So therefore, there's a Havsaka. So you have to make a new Mitzi
Make another Hamoitzi.
because there's a Havsaka.
After became so Gam came Levarach Hamoitzi La'atzmei to make a Hamoitzi for himself. Even though he heard from them Hamoitzi. However, Hifsik Havdalah ala Kois Bein Shmi Osoi Birchas Hamoitzi Chalasi, but between hearing Birchas Hamoitzi to eating. After Bishidei Kiddush Yatza. V'mesha to Omei Heimar Pas. When they tasted from the bread, he's Yoitza Kiddush, even though after what I if you didn't taste from the Kiddush, you're still Yoitza.
Yeah.
So even though he didn't toy him from the past, he's still Yoitza. The Koma can be in hefsek bein birchas hamoitzi dechila einti masam by Elas light. Doesn't help you the fact that they right away ate from that and they made hamoitzi. Doesn't help that your hamoitzi should still be good for you because you made a hefsek with Havdalah afterwards. But most of these situations are not common at all. But it is interesting to learn about it because it just shows you, different dynamics. You realize what the Inyan of Havdalah is about. Right, you see the Gedalim.
The Gidrei Halacha.
Right, you learn from the different
But
Gedalim.
you have to learn how to apply
Right,
the parameters of the law.
right.
Gedalim.
Maybe for a big chassid who's fasting a lot, but not for us.
Oh, just kidding me. I can really fast in one day.
2 days before Rosh Hashanah to fast.
What happens if right after Havdalah you're right away planning and sitting down to have Malav Malka? Right after Havdalah you're having Malav Malka. And you're going to drink wine during you're planning on having some wine. So you don't have to make another very priyagaf of the wine because you made Havdalah now. And you knew you're having a meal. Yud Sif Yud Gimel. Hamavdala yayin v'roitza lisad miyad. You want to have a suda right away. In birchas hayayin shal Havdalah piteres hayayin shetech suda nizbar b'simon kufaydat. It's not going to be talked about here. Talked about in an earlier simon brachis. Misham nizbar emes tzelav barach achreina keis Havdalah. Shafnei suda bein shiyayin b'shashar mashkin. When you need to make a bracha achreina. The Maisa, by the way, we're careful, even though Api Halacha, a Koisha Bracha, you only need to drink Roiv, Malay Lugma, cheek full, which is Roiv Revius, majority of a Revius. Right? However, for Havdala, you need to drink a full Revius because we have an issue with Bracha Achroina.
Havdala.
Flying egg also
No,
just
Roiv Revius.
only where it is.
Yeah. Only Roiv Revius.
Do you have to have kavana to drink wine when you make Havdala in the meal?
No.
You don't
If you,
have to.
no, if you do, then you're not going to have to make a bracha because you just had in mind.
That's what I'm saying. You don't. If you just said it, you don't have to.
No,
make a bracha.
no. But if the person was planning, he brought a few bottles out. He's planning having a lava malka. He's going to have some wine.
So
So
automatically.
he made his bracha. He knows, yeah.
But
So
somehow
that's
we
Kabbalah.
know,
had in mind.
right away the
Had in
Muhammad
mind.
Biden.
To
Finish
drink
Havdala,
more
right away
wine
we do
afterwards.
Muhammad
You're not having a
The
lava
bracha-
malka
Biden.
right
But
now.
wait,
He has to make another.
First of all,
Yeah.
bracha achreina.
We spoke at the Marazah that our minog is that we finish Havdala, right away, place you made Havdala, you sit.
The
and
emes is
make
the emes is it's really not in this. It's not this
Not
sugi.
here,
It's
but
a sugi
we
over
spoke
there.
at the Marazah, the place
Back
where
have
you
to
make
see
the
what it
Havdala,
says.
You sit down and you make a medafka.
Everyone does that, no?
No, because the Indian of Kiddush Mukum
It could be because kiddush connected to the soda, maybe.
Yeah.
In general, b'chalal, when you eat before a meal, if you eat before a meal, let's say the meal is going to be soon. Everyone's going to sit down to wash.
Chasana, you go to a smoking room. That's what people do. You're eating before the meal.
So you have to make a bracha achreina.
You do.
Before you
All the wine.
before you make
over there,
brachas, before you wash for the
Like a
meal, you're
separate
supposed to make
serving.
bracha achreina.
if you don't want to go into
Before you washed. You got a little hungry, but not everyone's sitting down yet, and you got already hungry, and you started eating other foods, and you ate something. You have to make a bracha achreina, and then you go to the meal.
They don't give bread in the smugglers, bro.
Even if you're in the same room?
Yeah, the same. You cannot poiter berchas hamoitzi. You can't use the berchas hamoitzi to poiter l'chatchila. You poiter
stuff you eat.
l'chatchila. You poiter other. Because I had a chi b'fnei atzmei. Sif Yudalet. Imroitze liseitz tekel Havdala. If you're planning on eating the soda right after Havdala, so Rizar sheviu lechem l'shulchan koydem Havdala. One should not bring bread to the table before Havdala. Review if one did, so if Mahasoisei b'mapa dach Havdala she'ira lo yira hapas u'shosei. You have to cover it with a challah cover, in order that the bread should not see that you're making kiddush on the wine and not on the pas. Famous Magid of art is that the person came to kiddush and the man came home and he sees that the challah is not covered. The guests are here and everything, and he's embarrassed. The challah is not. He tells his wife, "You didn't cover the challah. How can you do such a thing? You didn't cover the challahs." She's all embarrassed. So after he makes kiddush, so he called the guest called over the father and he said, "You know why do you make kiddush? Why do you cover the challah? What do you mean not to embarrass the challah? You're making it." He said, the challah you're very worried about embarrassing.
Your wife.
But your wife, you're not worried.
So I didn't take some and cover it. What's a big deal?
It was a big deal.
He covered it before kiddush, but his wife didn't do it, so it was a big chait.
She wasn't busy the whole time cooking and
I once
preparing.
heard the drosha and the guy says, Friday night, you made kiddush already, right? You didn't prepare it. Your wife worked so hard and everything, the guests and the table and everything, and she forgot to put the knife. Why are you making a big fuss? Get up and go get the knife. This is a thank you.
He wasn't having kavanah, he said,
He served him guest
You're right.
himself. What's the big deal?
Shlomvais shiur.
Why? What's the busha for the pas? Shemina din yitzarach lahaktim birchas halechem, the birchas hayayin. Mina din, you have to first say lechem before yayin.
But you can't.
Kishrei to lechem, you want to eat right away. Shehu muktim liyayin b'shavach eretz Yisrael, when you the pasuk eretz chidas oida. The din is there's like a din kadim and brachas. You're supposed to make a brachas first, and you have a bunch of foods in front of you, and none of them are more chaviv to you than the other. They're all the same to you. It doesn't make a difference which one you can eat first. So then you have to go follow the seder and the pasuk. The pasuk says eretz chita sa'oira gefen v'rimain. So chita comes before gefen. So you have to make on the bread a bracha first before you make on the yayin. Al sha'achshav in yachal like that. Now you can't because you didn't make kiddush on the yayin. Chazal said to make havdala on the yayin. But a bizayin loy, it's a bizayin for the pas. If you don't plan on having suda right away, and therefore it's sitting on the table, you're allowed to let it sit on the table because you're not going to have it now anyways. So since you're not planning on eating it now anyways, so it's not pshat that you had a din kadim and brachas. Even planning on eating the challah right away, so then it's challah or wine. So be'etzim you should be eating the eretz chita first, then go to the geffen. Mashenkin, if you're anyways planning on having the challah an hour later, so it's not the gear now, so it's not a busha, so you don't have to cover it.
By Kiddush, you see, a lot of people are not machmir to cover the Zaynis.
They're not.
Not so machmir.
Shabbos
Because
Vayom.
Mazoinus is
I'm not
different.
talking about Yash, I'm talking about...
Because Mazoinus, they feel different.
It's not on a pot.
It's Mazoinus, it's Chita, it's Seder.
It's not on a pot.
It's Sheva.
True, but it's not a pot.
Yeah, I don't know. I never went into it, but there's different mahagim in it. Some people do cover and some people don't
Yeshiva
cover.
Sha'ila, they do cover.
They do cover.
When they go to Yeshiva, like...
Over here, Shabbos, when we make Kiddush, always the Rov says, cover the covers.
Yeah, but Mazoinus.
The mizenes, cover the mizenes.
A lot of people make it.
I guess because I'm just thinking out loud that the svara is because really the Zionist Suda is supposed to be lechem, a meitzah, not Mazoinus. Meaning there's two aspects. There's Kiddush b'mokum Suda. The din that Kiddush has to be in the place of a Suda. And then there is that you're supposed to wash and have a real Suda Shabbos, not Mazoinus.
I have very strong
And you're not supposed to have wine, l'mashal Kiddush b'mokum Suda. The halacha is that if you don't have Mazoinus, you could drink another revi'is of wine or grape juice. It's considered Kiddush b'mokum Suda. They state. So the Suda that is required, the quote-unquote Suda that's required for Kiddush b'mokum Suda is not the same status of the Suda which you need to have to be Yoitze your Chiyuv Suda. Your Chiyuv Suda is Bapas. You have to have bread. So therefore, now, Kiddush, so Mazoinus, on one hand you could say, Mazoinus, there's no inyan, it's not an inyan pas.
No, Suda.
Not a Suda.
That was the Rebbe Suda by Fabrengens. I mean, by Naruisi, short Fabrengens, the Rebbe came down, he said, he made Kiddush, right? He made Kiddush, over the napkin, he had marble cake, and he Fabrengens Mincha. Unless he did something upstairs in the cheder. I used to walk him home.
You walked home.
I walked the short Shabbosim when they were bringing us in the mincha was 4 o'clock. He for bring his mincha. Right? Good, the Welt sogar, whatever effect nicht kann.
Did it? No, there is
It
the
could be
Alter Rebbe.
wash Shuddis.
No, there is the Alter
Have you
Rebbe.
watched with the Rebbetzin?
The Alter Rebbe's brother wrote, the Maril wrote somewhere that he has a note in the Alter Rebbe Shulchan Aruch that he writes that the Alter Rebbe, there's a shaila whether or not.
This is my Sarah.
Yeah, but there's a raya, there's somewhere it's mashma that the Alter Rebbe was choyed and held. There's a discussion whether yois, he said a yois that we say, and it's sevach, it's said in b'yem HaShabbos is in be'in sholish, and we say you say Yom Tiv Zechenu. So it's a raya that your yoitz the inyan of Suda. It connects the whole inyan. That when do you maskir these haskaras? The haskaras only when there's a chi of Suda. So that could be that you are yoitz of a pass above a kisnin with these type of mezainis. You could be yoitz of Suda. The oilam minig oilam is not to be beko like that. But I'm just saying that there is. The Rebbe was very. The oilam was mayor. The Rebbe maybe was lying at that.
Maybe he watched the Chaim B'Shalosh but nobody knows. I mean, we used to watch him walk down President Street. What he did afterwards?
Nobody knows.
He wasn't too machmer in the Yanim of Achila, that's for
Oh,
sure.
it's klar. Unless he made Kiddush.
He didn't have a Suda Shabbat,
Maybe
a
he
Chalot
washed.
and Kishke.
Yes, Ken Zaini, why? Could it be that he washed and benched in the office? It's not mashma.
Yeah.
Because you finished davening around 12:30, right? 1:30 you're ready for praying. Build around like we should go nearby to Chapla Pasud and come back to the reserved places.
And there was no, for many years, there was no normal Sudas.
No normal
In
Sudas.
Heights, no one had a normal Suda.
That specific sunnah.
No one had a Suda. The Fabrenga was 1:30. The Shabbos davening was like about an hour.
It started 10 o'clock.
Now what are you supposed to do? So you run home, you quickly make Kiddush and everything, and then you run back to Chap your place by the Fabrenga. And then the Rebbe Fabrenga till Mincha, so very late. So the whole Olam was...
That's what I'm telling you.
The whole Olam sat a whole Shabbos afternoon. People weren't sitting around. There was no such thing as Shina b'Shabbos Tainug. You didn't go and sit around and with your family.
Remember the green
The
Chumash? He
wives.
did the Rashi Sichas. Everybody got the green Eshkol Chumashim, and they were following along his Rashi Sicha. I don't know. They heard him. It was a poem. I'm telling you. You're talking about. I'm bringing it up because you're talking about it. All the Tashin Lamed years.
Why can't you have a...
They say, I'll just say a story that they had the Alter Rebbe's brother, the Alter Rebbe's son.
The same
Was Ramosha was a very he used to fast a lot and he was very big chassid, and they one time came into him on Shabbos and they saw him sitting there and he's having bread mit knobbel, bread with garlic. That was his whole meal.
For what?
So it's Shabbos.
Friday night.
Shabbos is bread with knobbel, Kiddush bread mit. So he said to him, so the Shabbos, you know. He said to him, a kabel given from the Tata, from the Alter Rebbe, that in midi da'achila, in dvarim that the guf has anah, anything which the guf has pleasure in, you don't have to mahader it. Nish das, when you say mahader, hid is not in the guf. So anything which the guf has, that's not mahader side. So he wasn't. Okay.
The Alter Rebbe when he got married, so he came Friday night very late. So the Shver told him, you have to come early. He didn't listen to him, whatever, so he closed everything. But when the Alter Rebbe came, the Rebbetzin took out some very big, sharp yarn from the basement, and he said, I'm waiting. So he said, another revis to have a silver for Kiddush.
Yeah, Sif
Try
Tezvav.
doing that today to your Aiden. Right? See what he gets here.
Ava b'shiyotza Shabbos, Sif Tezvav. Even though Shabbos went out, v'hoisi Michel HaKedesh, and you already added time from Choyel on to the Kodesh. Also, la'adam shiyasa chafotzav koidim Shabbos amal. So it's not Shabbos anymore. It's not Shabbos l'kol hadeyas. However, hayois that there's an Inyan of making Havdala to escort the king, escort the Shabbos. Koidim shilavas hamelech, and sheyavdil al oy ala koisa betfila. You should make Havdala either on a becher or in davening. Therefore, you should not
What's
do
that
any.
voice in Mechoil HaKodesh?
A few minutes.
Isn't voice in Mechodesh HaKodesh? If you're delaying the Shabbos, you'll be voicing the Kodesh into the Choil.
No, if I can't. You're turning Choil into Kodesh. Mahoisif, from the Choil you're taking and you're bringing it into the Kodesh. That the Kodesh should be longer. Even things are asr, only midrabanan, should not do it before you make Havdala. Skip the parentheses. V'chein yesh matirin kol isuri divisoifim she'ein b'hem srach melochoh.
What's srach means? What does that mean?
1 second.
Srach is something that add up to something.
What?
Srach is something that add up to something.
Add something?
Add up to something.
Wel fitzig is het zo, right?
V'chein yesh matirin kol isuri divisoifim she'ein b'hem srach melochoh.
No, we do Havdoleh, but we don't do melochoh before that. It's not melochoh, it's
I think there's a mistake over here. I think there's a mistake. The parentheses over here. Let me go with these parentheses here. Let's go back, let's read with the parentheses because there's a mistake here. Avol. So you're not supposed to do malacha even with the Rabbanon before you make Havdala. I'm talking about either in davening or in the kois. Things that are awesome, it's havadaber dover, things that you're supposed to speak in a certain manner on Shabbos, not like in Chodesh Eloi Deburcha, Shabbos Kvedurcha B'Choil. Or like, let's say, telling a goy to do a malacha for you. You're not allowed to tell a goy to do a malacha for you on Shabbos unless it's in certain cases. Those Yisurim are no longer there even before Havdalah. Chutz mi v'akasha tzracha she'asu kodim she'ad tefillah. Besides for asking for your needs, Chazal answered before you made Havdalah and davening. B'chein yishmetin, also there are those that are matir. Kol isuri divrei soifrim, anything which is midrabanan she'imam srach malacha ve'in isurim mishum shvus mishum ovdin l'choil. Anything which is not an actual malacha. It's not pshat that doing this will bring you to do a malacha. Chazal sometimes ask for things because of exeda. You do this, it might come to malacha. Or be
Tosefet, extra.
there's nothing close to a malacha, no connection to a malacha. No malacha that could come out of it. And the only reason it's aser midrabanan is mishum uvdin l'choil, because Chazal asks certain things because they're weekday activities. Uvdin l'choil doesn't mean that it's going to make you do something else. It's weekday activities. Chazal did not want you to treat Shabbos like choil. Certain activities are aser not because it's going to bring you to do malacha, because it's uvdin l'choil. It's avachadik azach. It's choil. We don't want you on Shabbos. Shabbos is treated kodesh. So those things are mutter before Havdalah. If there's any if someone wants to do a malacha, an actual malacha, the lamitas malachas, before he does Havdalah and davening, or like kois, without Hashem's name and without saying the word melech, Baruch melech, Baruch, you say without the Shem and malchus. That's just a heker, a sign that you're not saying it in davening. You'll say a short version that I'm escorting the king. And one does malacha. I will also let him klum. One still cannot eat anything. Even if you made Havdalah and davening, even say Baruch Hamad and the Kodesh l'chayil, and she have the kois to the kois. So the iser of eating is totally in making the kois and the kois of them. But the issue doing malacha, you have three ways you could do malacha. Baruch HaMavdil, Atachen Antanu, or HaMavdil, then you're allowed to do malacha. Before Havdalah. Or Havdalah itself, yeah. One more halacha. Yudzayin, Imchal Yom Tiv b'Meitzoi Shabbos. If Yom Tiv falls out of Meitzoi Shabbos, V'reis Elasis Malacha HaMuteres b'Yom Tiv Kodesh Yad Tefillah. You want to do malacha which is mutter on Yom Tiv, but not on Shabbos. Oichol Nefesh, other things.
It's mutter.
Oimer, you say Baruch HaMal D'Min Kodesh LeKodesh B'Lei Shemam. Before you daven, Baruch HaMal Kodesh LeKodesh. We'll see later on that there's an inyan. A Yiddish Shemayim should not do malacha until you say Va'ata Kodesh. You say Va'ata Kodesh, so you should have a Seder Kedusha of Kodesh Baruch Yimlich and Va'ata Kodesh until after you said Va'ata Kodesh.
After you say...
And whoever does malacha then, you don't see a siman bracha. So therefore, Rabbi say, I think in a lot of shuls where they're preparing sometimes in Lubavitcher shuls, they want to see, they put on a video, let's say, if the Rebbe Matzai Shabbos, they should wait. Well, after Atachan Antana, you don't need to say Baruch HaMadim. That's for the ladies.
But they should wait till people are...
Men don't need to say Baruch HaMadim and Kodesh L'Chayil unless they want to do malacha before they daven Ma'ariv. Well, for the daven Ma'ariv, they said Atachan Antanu, or they forgot Atachan Antanu. They don't go back to say Atachan Antanu because you have a kois. You're going to be saying Havdalah on the kois, and you want to do malacha before Havdalah on the kois. Then you say Baruch HaMadim. Other than that, it's a ladies' thing. Baruch HaMadim is a thing for the ladies. It's not for the men. But still in all, even if you said Atachan and Tanan Tefillah, there's an inyan to be machmir, not api halacha, but as an extra inyan of Yerushalayim, not to do malacha until you say the Seder Kedusha and Va'ata Kaddish of Kaddish Baruch Yimlech. Till after that, not to do malacha. So things shouldn't be done in the shul and everything. A light switch may be different, but no other malacha.